Okay, day 60, I am kind of pumped to work on this feature, the in-app chat. So now I have just a page, like placeholder page, let's call it, and already in a conversation with Claude about this, where the next step is about creating. Shall I dunque, let's see, let's put this in the page first. Okay, resize. So don't know why Cloud Code does this strange refresh. Anyway, so that says create a feature branch. Yeah, start with create a branch. Okay, start creating the branch first, so we don't commit to main by mistake. We are now in main. So we start to create some UI components for the chat. So there will be the bar to send message with the button. Then there will be the speech bubbles and stuff. Okay, let's create the branch first. Um, I might have a button component to point cloud to. Let's see if I have already button. I know that's for Svelte. That's for the web, not for the app. What else we got? Button Google. No, that's still Svelte. Mm. Because in this VS Code, I've opened two projects, that are, like companion projects, the web project and the app project. Mm. Maybe I should only open the app project now, which I can do, so I can just close. Maybe it's better so I don't find the things that are not related. Sometimes I need to work at both at the same time. That's not the case now. So let's open Visual Studio again. That's not the way to close the project. That's the Visual Studio, not Visual Studio Code. Oops. Alright. VS Code, Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio Code. Alright. And the project still open. So we need to close this project. See how to do it. File. I really don't know. You think you right click on the project and close it? No, not that simple. Open editors. This is pass, reload. Code, file. Should be code, nothing here. File. What we got? New text file, new in, new. Open, open, open. Add the folder to workspace, save, share, close editor, close folder. Close folder. All right. So now let's open a new folder, and now we get only the app. Mm, There you go. So what I wanted to check if we have some already package. Okay, run pub get. I wanted to check if some packages are out of date. No, no, no. That was the message. I want to check if there is a button. Yeah, some button already. Yeah, we got action button. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We don't have a basics button, so cancel button. On the new feature branch, what other button we have? But profile button. Then there is this thing called heading button. Yeah, basically that's it. Let's see what it says. On the new future branch. Okay. Ready to create message input component. Will add each component to support screen incrementally by testing. Create a message input, a simple test with a button. Okay. Right. Um, please. Okay. You can start. Please take a look at the existing buttons to see if we can use similar styling or even if they need or they can be reused as is, or they can be refactored to have common styling. I don't know. Basically, I give all the possibility stylings as styling as you see fit. So the existing button, I type button. These are the spell button, cancel button dart, action button dart, and we said profile button. Why not? Even though this is not related. Profile button and cancel button already done. Heading button, not sure that's, and that's all of them. Okay. So the session we got 3 hours. Okay, and barely used. Good. Yeah. Let me plug in. Okay. All right. Now it's some is giving a look. Perfect. I can see the existing button patterns. This is what I found. Action button. Um. Ooh, wow, that was a lot. Now we need 20 minutes with this. Okay. On the corner, similar styling by cancel colors. Yep. Heading button, fix text button. Okay. Profile button. Mm-mm. I should use the action button. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll give you all the buttons, but sure, action button is the right one. It's perfect for this use case. Follow an existing styling pattern. If you use the same pattern, you will follow a styling pattern. Get a consistent text input. Yeah. Mm. Wait a second. I want you to take a look also the inputs then before you do that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. So any page, okay, let me check in the app. It's easier if I do it on the phone. Any page with text input. So when I create an account, for example, yeah, mm, or I add an expense. Okay. Say no here because oh my God, when it does that, and I tell you, take a look also at the text inputs first, then go ahead. Okay, so for the text input, let's say add expense. Expense add, maybe yeah, expense add form. Let's see if the text input are here. Amount field, description field, great. And yeah, text form field. So let's use this as example as expenses add form. Correct. Oh, let me examine the existing text input patterns first. Good. Read that. I can see the input pattern. I will also check more text input example. Good idea. Find file files. Maybe they need some harmonizing, but I think the style is pretty consistent, but I'm not 100% sure it actually is. Okay, let's wait for that. So far, so good. Use 14 messages. And also, the message is not just what I type on every round trip when he goes, oh, I read this and need that. I think this count one message. That's the second message already because he read some file and then he said something. And then he reads some more files. Now he's compacting the conversation. Okay. Compacting the conversation might lose some of the context, especially not so recent, but it's actually good because it saves you tokens. And if some context is missing, I will pass it again. It's okay. And we can stay with this long running conversation because this is all about the chat feature. Takes a while, yeah, but it's okay. I hope I hope to have at least maybe not perfect, but a working chat by the end of today because I already tested the actual backend interaction, and the backend is done with Slack, so Cloud Functions that send to Slack. And so basically, I receive a message in Slack from the app, and then I reply in the thread. And if I reply in the thread, it goes only to the user who sends the chat. So I can chat with multiple users just replying to threads. That's amazing. That's incredible. It won't scale if there are a lot of requests and chats, but I don't think it will be. If it will be, it will be a nice problem to solve. But here, the problem is find some users at all, not yeah, thinking there will be too many. I have examined the existing text input pattern for expense form and the button styles. Based on these patterns, I've created the first chat UI component, the message input component. I can see that, yeah, okay. Mm. Let me create a message input component. Great. Oh, no, you already created a branch. He lost the context in compacting. So now we are already in a branch called feature chat UI component. Let's get a branch with exactly the same name. No, Claude, you already created that branch and we are on it. You can continue. And now we don't have any file modified. Okay. And okay, now we got the actual code. All right. You got angry, no more messages. So this is the message input, which I think it will be a row with the text input and a button. That's what I expect. Let's see if it's true or not. Allora, let's have a look. Yeah, it's a stateful widget, makes sense. And the state, which actually has everything, is there is a text editing controller, focus node, there is a send message function, which trims the message. Nice touch, nice touch. Then it checks it's not empty. Okay, we can't send the only spaces or nothing. Makes sense. Maybe the button should be not even sendable when there is nothing to send. But these are refinements. No, that don't matter now. They don't matter now. Finally, the build container, some padding, some kind of border. Okay. And the row, finally, the row that I was expecting. There is a child, which is a text form, a little space, and the action button, send. Okay. Label text, type your message. Okay, looks great, looks great. Simple, 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 and to the point. I forgot to see, to understand fully the send message widget on send message. Ah, so the action is there you go, on send message. So, okay, this component doesn't do anything, but will call a function. Why rejected? Right, this is the one accepted. Maybe I went up too fast. Yeah, it's there. We call a function that is passed to the component. Makes sense. And now in the support screen, which is this one, is going to import that component. Fantastic. Yeah. I can leave maybe that thing for now, but then add the stuff at the bottom, perhaps. Nice. Let's see what it does. Interesting that he removes safe area. No, he didn't. It's still here. Interesting. I thought safe area must be the first thing, but it's in the middle. So, nice idea. Yeah. Uh, Now the action, because we are just testing the UI, is just a snack bar message. Okay. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's see what looks like, how it looks like. All right. Besides that, I'm not really running this. It's from a previous installation, so I need to see it visually, which you do now. I have to run it from the IDE. Um, wait a second. Now it's doing the message bubble. Oh, okay. Slow down, slow down. Let's see what we got so far before we add the message. Add the message bubble. Review the message bubble. So I'm gonna open main dot and I'm gonna run this file. Pixel 8 is already selected, yes, off the screen, but okay, selected here on the bottom of VS Code, and we can hit run. We can hit run and have a look. And we can also try, and you should send the toast message. It's called snack bar, and nowadays not toast anymore. There you go. Okay, support. There you go. It looks good. we need to get rid of this thing. Settings, delete this thing, really annoying. Okay, type in your message. Hello, first message ever, which will not reach anyone. Send. There you go. Yeah, I'm impressed. I like it. Maybe too much shadow here, but see the other action button. They have so much shadow. It sounds crazy amount. Yeah, do have a lot of shadow too, and I think now that I see that, yeah, I'll probably reduce everywhere. But now it's not important. Now it's not the focus. The focus now is having the chat working. So you got these speech bubbles. Okay, so it's a new component. Let's have a look. Whoop. Okay, is it in the page? Yeah. In the screen. Message bubble. Extend stateless widget. Okay. It wants a message. Is user. That means if it's true, it means itself, right? He's the one sending the message. Otherwise, the other person is user. Don't like it too much, but timestamp and key. Then we have a container. Ooh, this is too much. Ooh. We'll probably need some refactoring here. This is like daunting. Oh, got call. What do you do? Hello? Okay, okay. Delivery. So what we got? Container is everything right? No. Okay, so they go left and right. Let's see. Oh, it's like the left side here. No, it's slightly indented. They use all the space except 8 is close to the right. Left? I don't know. This doesn't mean that's the left and right margin. Okay. Left, if it says user, we'll have 48. What does it mean is user? Normally my message are on the left. Alright, let's accept this and then ask some questions. Chat list. How many messages we keep in the chat list? Now let me update the support screen to include sample messages so we can see all the components in action. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's what we want. Sample message, mock. We're just doing the UI. And this is the whole thing that to do in this branch, only the UI. No backend integration. Whoa, that was a big change. Okay, so this is I already arrived, I think. This is the previous message we had before. We might want to keep support chat. Now it's gone. We might want to keep something there to say, you know, this is a support chat, whatever. Instead, they removed everything, but we can add again. Flutter analyze. So it means if we do an analyze, it means we are close to the end of this feature. So, okay, yeah, with opacity becomes with alpha value, with values alpha. Okay, fine. So let's hot reload. There you go, hot reload. Ooh, let's see what you wrote in the messages. Hello and welcome to Budget Pile of Support. How can I help you today? Maybe the interaction is the other way around. Even though maybe that's a great idea to have this introductory message already there. Maybe it's a great idea. I don't know. It's like chat is already open. Hi, I have a question about setting up my first budget. You will be able to help with budget setup. Then if we have something else, nothing happens yet. It just doesn't get added to the list. This is just about the UI. The UI looks good. Not great, but good. And you know what? I would say even good enough. Or we want more from POC. Not sure about the orange action color being too much in your face because that's for buttons. If we start to use that color for also for any other element that is not clickable, maybe it's too much. So this is another update about the function definition. Okay, there was just missing void. Not an issue. No, yeah, well, it's a small issue. Yeah, just a nitpicking issue. Okay, fine. Oh, they still have in my goal here, anonymous auth. It was yesterday. That is done. What we are focusing in now is in-app chat UI. Only the UI. Okay, let's see what it does. Perfect. Successfully created all the UI components, message input, message bubble, chat list, updated support screen. Yep, yep. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's great and almost perfect. However, while it's the action color in how can I shift focus? The focus is still in the message. I cannot get out. If I press on set button, that is always focus. Maybe it's not a bad thing, so someone can just type. But it's good to use action color when the text input has focus, I suppose. So always has focus. And for the send button, I think that maybe using the action color for the no, it was added. It says I'm not going. It's also adding it. Okay, look at that. I just realized now. Hello. I can add the message to here. Okay. Um, Using the action color for the speech bubbles might be a bit too much. What do you think? The user is providing feedback about the design. They like the chat action color. Orange is used for the text input focus and button, but I think it's using for the speech bubble might be too much orange for the UI. Or not just about the orange color, or it's about if everything is marked as important, then nothing is important. Yeah, you can see the orange color as a background. Yeah, the action color of does get too much orange in the interface. Yeah, state selected. Hmm. Yeah, let's try state selected. Yeah, you too, Lina too. Also, we are in agreement. And it's not only about too much orange, but the fact that the orange is about mark attracting attention to important elements in the interface, i- interactive elements. If everything is marked as important, nothing is important. That means, it's diluted. Importance is diluted. Nothing is nothing. That's not what I wanted to say. But anyway, too much chat. Let's do something. But it's also something that is even more fun to code like this. I'm not even coding, actually, to be fair. Even so, I'm following the code and okay. So we change also the text message. Don't know. I'm not sure. We see what happened because here I don't have enough context to understand where they are. Okay, text selected text. Okay. Let's see. We made a mess or actually got my intent. Exactly, that's a much better design principle. The orange accent color should be reserved for the elements that need attention and interaction. Now, the user message button bubbles use the subtle blue selected color, which create a visual hierarchy. This maintains, okay. Yeah, let's have a look. Take two. So, do a hot reload. Hmm. Becomes a little underwhelming. It's probably good. Yeah, it's not new when I go in the chat. That's fine. Uh, yeah, every, everything is confusing. I need help. Uh, enter does not send. In the text box become bigger. That's a good idea. I also like the enter doesn't send because it's so easy to accidentally send message sent. Okay, nice. Okay, what we do now? Shall we wrap up with a PR? I think so. So now we'll have less thing to review. Flutter analyze. Yeah, it's a little bit. You know what I'm thinking? There is not enough contrast, but it's okay. Yeah, it could work. Add to Git, commit. So add the chat UI components for support screen, create message input with send button using action button styling. Okay. Add message bubble with user support differentiation. Okay. And implement a chat list for conversation history with empty state. Well, it's not empty, but doesn't matter. Update the support screen to show functional chat interface. Okay. And use state selected color. Okay. Yep. Commit. And you know what? Because the backend already works. 1+1. It should be really easy to put it together. Yeah. But let's see. We'll have some problem perhaps with the how do you call that thing? App check. But they just put a token in. I think so. My goal was to finish this chat today, and I think it can be finished very quickly. But that's incredible. I didn't read the PR message. Uh, let's read it in the PR itself. So go to GitHub, budget. Okay, let's see. Get API 588 for the chat UI components, complete chat interface, and so on. Working functionality is a bit exaggerate. It doesn't actually work yet. Let's start amphetamine for 6 hours. I will stop it. Okay, summary. Create message input component with send button using existing action button styling. Let's go to the okay testing in progress. And the message button component with user support message implement chat list. It's too verbose, man. Message input, message is all correct. Yeah. Visual testing of chat interface component done. Test message input done. Ah, how do I do that? Yeah, we need to. I never test the whole app on a tablet, for example, or a small screen. But I guess that will come later. There will be adjustment to be done in the whole app, not just this page. Let's review the code. So chat list. So let's see if it's just using a column. Wait, column, children. Yeah, that's not cool. We should use a list view. So maybe this is part of this. Let's go on. Do you think it's okay that chat list is using a column to show the list of messages? Let's see. I pose this a question. Of course, it's not okay, but let's, I, I'm curious. The user is asking about the chat list component. Is a column looking at something else? There is an hypothetical question about using a column would be okay. Yeah, list view builder. Yeah. Oh, I missed that. Oops. Is using a list view? I didn't see it. Uh, that's only for message empty. I didn't read the code well. Okay. Yep. All right. All right. Perfect. Perfect. I didn't get you there. Was my mistake. Uh, the other thing I noticed is this one, yeah. Yeah, there is that. That is too complex. And then it's broken down and the matrix agree with me. And also file name. Okay, okay. Let's start with one thing at a time. We give file name doesn't match class first class name. Right? Yep. Separate file. That's fantastic. Much better. And remove it from the chat list. Yeah, I noticed I didn't like that. I like separate one class per file. I like small files. That's not big, but it's just the principle. I give you the second one now. But the problem is the second one is in the same file, but it doesn't have a line number, so it's fine. Chat list build. Let's have a look if it's really crazy. Yep. So it's saying that the build method may be too complex. Uh, no, really. Let's see what we could do here. Hmm. Okay, wait. I'm looking at half of it. Yeah, we can do something very simple. Like this to, empty and the actual view can be two separate methods. But I think the AI can do it faster than what I can do. So let's give this to the AI. Just split it two separate methods. Let me improve. I extracted the empty state. Yep. Build empty state and message list. Mm, sweet. Yeah, do the Flutter analyze. So now, yeah, refactor. What is the next problem? Yep. The next problem is the message input. Still the build method. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it barely fits in one screen, but surely can be improved. Maybe separating the text form and the action button would be more easier to read. Anyway, so when I send this to the AI again, one at a time. I can also send all together. I'm sure you can do, but just for me, it's easier to follow if I do one at a time. It's for me, not for the AI. Okay, so let me refactor. Yep, into separate method. Perfect, perfect. I'm glad I have those metrics because I would have just accepted this. but it forces you to do, yeah, better design, much more readable. Now we can see, we can read it. Let's see. The build method is only this big now. Return a container. It has a text field and a send button. How good is it? Then you know what they are. You can check the send button. I would use the inline stuff here, the arrow functions. But this is even is nitpicking, so can accept that. And now it does another analyze. So we are 2 hours in this and a half to the end of the session, and yeah, we are not using too many tokens. That's good. Okay, so what's next? The message bubble build method. Okay, all build methods basically. So message bubble. Let's have a look at the build method. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's really overwhelming. That is crazy. Go ahead and split it. And when he splits, he also gives good names to the methods, making everything easier to understand. Okay, nice. Accept that. And analyze. Okay, let's commit and push. Git commit and push. No need to write anything in the message because we're gonna squash and the description will be the one of the PR. So this just trigger a new build and hopefully we can cancel this overflow that looks stuck. And anyway, this already failed, so it can't be saved. And the new one is here. And we're expecting this to pass now because we tackled all the issues. But let's see if that's the case first. Mm, this one died, that's great. And this one is started also the E2E test. Ooh, what's going on? This is very slow. Okay. Enable fuchsia. So fuchsia still exists? I thought it was dead, man. Getting cold. Okay, we were reviewing the code. Let's review it again. Now that we have a lot of changes. Mm. Uh, this is the hard-coded data, which will be removed later. Okay, we got an error. Parameter is unused. Chat list. Okay, no problem. We also have to double check the appearance. So let's kill the previous E2E test because this already failed. There is no need to run the E2E test. Okay, killed. So it doesn't need the build context apparently. Okay. Oops. Okay, before we proceed, let's check that nothing is broken after refactoring. So let's go with Visual Studio Code. Where is it? Here. I'm gonna open the main. Not that one. Not that one. Main dart. Okay, and click run. Okay, starting. There it is. There it is. So we go in support. I'm not sure I like that they are almost like on the only the user goes left and right, but they are basically on in line. Okay, whatever. I didn't mean that. This one, this one. To close the keyboard. It depends how much text you insert. See, I put a very long line. What happened? Well, it traps it, no problem. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. If we can commit and push, and if this works, that's all we can merge. Let's kill the app. Terminal, git commit and push. Let's see what close just said. Yeah. How do you know? And set you one at a time. But yes, it should be correct. All solved. So if I go here, now the test starting. This is a good time for me to have a coffee. Let me put this in the screen so you can see what's going on here. Fantastic. Let's have a coffee. I will leave this not even, I will leave it on like this. Okay, so the UI is ready. Just need merging. And then can work on the backend. Great. So it would just run on its own. Instead, I come here and there are issues already. Why is it? So just wait. Ah, oh, that's annoying. So now all the tests will fail if the token is invalid. It's good to see that it's trying to create the user. I know, no, it doesn't fail if the token is invalid. That's okay. I think what actually failed is because the app has already data, so not a problem. We just have to run the job. They already data because we played with the app, and it was not deleted the state. And I stopped the deletion because I had another issue, but the second time it will work. Run failed jobs. Okay, okay, go to make my coffee now. Yeah, good. Yeah, that app check token is meant to stay stable as long as you don't change the emulator. Well, in practice, it changes every time. It's just a mess. But we're not testing him. And actually, maybe it's good that we're not creating an anonymous user every time we run the tests. So it might not be a bad thing. It's not the test should still pass. So I think it may be good like that. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. I got my coffee. Bland, man. I put too light. I think one worked. I hope it did. I think we're also not testing this screen because there is nothing to test yet in the A2E test. So I think, we could even be bold and just merge it so we can go on with the next. Yeah, I would do that. There is no reason for this to fail. There's no change done in any of the files that matter for the main A2E test. So let's go merge in the interest of continuing with the rest of the work. Mm, just get this part in the commit message. Nice. Cancel edit. So now as merge will trigger the one more build for the actual main one, which is here, queued, okay, starting here. And I can switch back to main, git checkout main, git pull. There is no, okay. And there, git fetch all and git delete feature chat UI component, check the branches, we have only main. Nice. Okay, now it's merged and we are back on main. What's next? That's the backend, of course. Integration. So it's still on the, oh, let's have a look. Fix the news parameter. No, it's here. Updated to do. Okay, connect to UI to support message service for real message sending. Yep. Implement message persistence with Firestore. Yep. Add real-time message listening. Mhm. Handle authentication states in chat. Mm. Right. Test end-to-end flow. Yep. Great. Now we need to connect the chat UI to the actual backend functionality. The next logical step is to integrate the chat component with the support message service we created earlier for real message sending and receiving. Did we create that earlier? I didn't remember that. Okay. So it was not doing anything yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Yes, not doing anything. Hold on. The only thing it's doing is, oh, so there is already the code. There you go. Okay. Should we start connecting the message input to the real send message? Yes. Connect message input to support message, implement message persistence, add real-time message listening, handle the states. So just sending a message will be um, a great progress. Yeah, the new branch. I was going to say we need a new branch. 2 hours. Okay. And the token usage is lower. Yeah, no, a little bit higher than usual. Let's see if we can finish this chat before we finish the tokens for this window or not. I need to update the support screen to use the River Pod and connect support message service. And we convert to use the consumer stateful widget and integrate the service. So what stateful widget becomes consumer stateful widget, consumer state. Okay, so this is just a pure refactoring. Nothing changes. I just get the reference from Riverpod. And then what it does, consumer state. Okay, this is another one. Support screen. No, it's same. I didn't change that. Consumer state. Okay, didn't change that yet. All right, and now it's changing this one. Okay, fine. Yeah, looks good. Next, send message is sending. Okay, try support message service. So it's a send message, a static method. Yeah. Okay. Mounted scaffold text message sensor say or fail. Okay. And then sending is false. We would use this to update maybe at the spinner in the instead of the send button. We'll see that. Now it's not important. Or just make it inactive. Support screen. Instead of add message, send message. Okay, so now it's already sending message for you. Now I need to update the message input component to handle async operation and show in loading state. There you go. Future void. Okay. Because now it's async. Do you want to make this edit to message input dart? Mm. Wait a second, I'm confused. Why the message input is called widget? Is it on send message? Okay. There is an await. We should have a way to slow that down so we can see. For example, we can put here on send messages await before actually sending it, just to see how it works. No, it's sending. What happened? It's gonna delete everything? I need to add an is listener to update the send button when text changes. Okay. I see. We're gonna check this. Convert to consumer stateful widget. Now use the river pod for dependency injection, real message sending, loading state, enhanced message input, error handling. Send button disabled when no text, loading spinner while sending, input field disabled while sending, proper error handling, real fiber. Okay, let's put a wait in here when you call send message so that we can see this spin. No, await future delayed duration, seconds, 3 seconds should be more than enough. We'll remove it. Or what's the problem here? The argument, the type argument of the constructor future delayed can be inferred. I put a void here or uppercase void. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? The type argument problems. Let's go not use let's use yes as Claudia, but in here. Oh wait a second. Let's okay, let's ask in here. I wanted to add a future delayed into support message service dot so that I can see the spinner. But I have a little problem. Can you fix it? Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of details, but that's okay. It was what I tried to do. Maybe I put it in after the dot. I think I maybe put it here and this before the dot. Okay. And then the const. Okay, let's do this edit. Two hours left and 12,000 tokens. Okay, let's try. Ah, there is a problem. We cannot use the emulator because it's running the test. This is something I might want to tackle. So now I want to try the app, but my Pixel 8 emulator is currently running E2E tests. If I create another emulator and use it to run the app, what do you think? It should I should have written, but doesn't matter. That's a great idea. Creating a separate emulator is perfect solution. Is actually the best practice of multiple emulator. No interference, parallel testing, different configs. Maybe it's time to test a small device. What do you suggest? Not too old. Let's waste some token. So I'm gonna open Android Studio. So let's go. This is JetBrains Toolbox. Let's open that first. Pixel 7, Pixel even more compact, small phone, tight layout. Maybe I won't test that small phone, but that will open so many issues, I think. Mm, mm, Yeah, Android Studio can be updated. Let's update it. Maybe by the time this is updated, the tests are done and we don't need to create the phone. Now it's running the main E2E test. So right now we are sending the messages. That's all we've done. We are not actually getting the responses or even showing the list of messages when we get into the screen. I think even we should keep maybe a history of maximum 100 messages or so. I don't see much value of keeping too big of a list. How behind you go to read a conversation? And this could be done by the phone without even no backend. When you send a message, check, if the list is too long, delete one. No need for cloud function. Yeah, the drawback is that installing an Android Studio takes forever. Yeah. Okay. E2E test running. Oh, it's installing now. Download it, download it. Mhm. I'm not too happy about this connect button. Maybe it's too small. Also, right now, it's a mistake. Shouldn't even be there. It's not the point now. The point now is the chat. So still focus on that. Then I have to think about how to put subscriptions. So we decide connect after the subscription, not before. Because you don't need it anyway. If you don't have a subscription, you can't sync to the cloud. Ah, you can start to check Firebase in the meantime. See what this is doing. Yeah, Android Studio is there. Let's check Firebase a second. So, okay, let's reload this just to make sure. All right, so we got this is myself, my phone, and I got my daily activity, including today. That's fantastic. And then I have last active date as today there, provider good. Okay, that is working great. The feature I worked on yesterday and the day before. This is what? Another device emulator, okay. And this one is another emulator. Ah, right. Here, because this was done before I done the change, it doesn't tell you if it's emulator or not. Wait, should be here. It doesn't tell you yet. No, it's tell you it here. No, the point was, yeah, this is already telling you his physical device. The changes I've done is who authenticates you, provider anonymous or Google. If it's anonymous, we don't have email and display name. That's the Samsung was active yesterday. If I open this phone today, there you go. Sooner or later, you should get um, a new activity updated to today, here and here. Hmm. The sync is kind of stuck at 4%. I'm not sure why. Okay. Anyway, so all of this to just waste time. And let's open Android Studio. Okay, so we have only the Pixel 8. Yeah, let's go. And we didn't use Android Studio for a very long time, so let's do check for updates, updated plugins and stuff. All up to date. Okay. So let's do it. This is running. Okay. Now there is a plus button here. Add a new device, virtual device. Ah, there you go. That's what it says. Small phone. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Small phone. Resizable. Wow. Small phone. Let's call it small phone. Android. Yeah, let's go 36. Would play. Yes. 1.8 gigabytes. It's gonna take some time. Uh, I hope I have enough disk space. So this test will finish before we can set up the emulator. So we don't need the emulator right now. If the tests work, I think probably they did. Yep. Okay. Okay. All done. So well, let's install the emulator, but we can continue. What we need to do now is to test this interface also with the delay. Then we can remove the delay. So I can go to main, hit run. It says Pixel 8. Okay. Every time. And I hit run. Then I get my Pixel 8 emulated device. And wait for the app to come up there and do some testing. Hmm. Come on. I want to move on. Well, uh, if I don't fix the abstract token, then I won't be able to send messages. First test message. Okay, spinner looks good, and also is not active, and I cannot type. And it failed because of abstract token. Yeah, I knew it. But the spinner looks good, so what I'm gonna do is remove the delay. Where did we put the delay in the service? Let's close some things. There. Okay. Okay, remove the delay. Now, about the token for AppCheck, I need to find it in the log, but I cannot show it on camera or on screen recording. Let me find this token. Sessions, initialize, yeah, uptime, cannot find it. Upcheck token using placeholder tokens instead. App access station failed. Allora, Firebase upcheck token is invalid. I thought in this case it should output the token somewhere. I can't see it. Okay, I see. Okay, the now checking the UI. It looks good, but I could not send the message because of invite app check token again. Deleting. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I couldn't find the token, but now I found it. So I already know what to do, but I thought the token was not there. So we had to do again, put the token inside here. This is just an example token. You can force to shoot a planet. What does that mean? No, the emulator is always the same, but the token sadly changes several times per day. even without restart the emulator. That's a frustrating but unfortunately normal behavior. They generate frequency and a few options. Cannot do that. Yeah, mobile service, but we need to test it end to end. So let's go to app check, apps, budget, manage debug tokens, get rid of the old ones. So we don't need to put any description because anyway, the last lesson, the one day, there is no point. Do add any description, just call it token, doesn't matter. Oops, had to paste it outside the visible area. Okay, now we added the token. And now I can try again. So let's find the pixel file. Here's the second message. Of course, this is the first that should actually work. Ah, still failed. Why? Okay. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe. Okay. Where is Claude? I inserted the token now in app check Firebase console, but I still get the unauthenticated message. Okay. That's weird. Might want to try on the phone. This was deployed correctly. Is the user truly authenticated? Yeah. We are anonymously authenticated. Can you check the profile button state and under log? Profile button state. Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah. The profile button shows as connect. We might not even be anonymously authenticated because the anonymous authentication failed because we didn't have the token. So what we can try to do is switch off the internet, switch it back on. This should do the anonymous authentication. Yep. Okay, so now it's off the screen, but anonymous auth connected. Yeah. So we can try again. Yeah. Help me number 3. Oh. Wow. Wow. We got it in Slack. Okay, 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 okay. So what I was writing was not correct. We were not anonymous authenticated. I understood the issue now. When I sent the message, the debug token was invalid. So the anonymous authentication failed. Um, as such, the send message failed. Then I registered the token, but the auth, anonymous auth, was not retried, and and as such, sending still failed. I realized that, and I turned off internet and on again to force anonymous auth. At, and after that, sending worked and reached my Slack channel. Bit convoluted, but we got there. So we can go on, Alice. Now we can go on. Excellent detective work. That's exactly what happened. Object token invalid, send message fails, you had the debug token, anonymous auth still failed. Yeah, no retry. Network forces retry. That's a potential UX issues. When object fails, user won't know the message isn't working. Mm, not sure, yeah. Yeah. Anonymous ought to work once and it will be retried. Ah, the user context. Message against that. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Message in Slack. It looks great. It looks great. Not too much cumbersome. We know the version, which is local now, but we'll have a version number. Yeah. The formatting looks clean, gives support agents all the context they need. You're right about anonymous sorting. Real use just once it works initially should be still valid. The object token issue is mainly a development emulator problem. Real device have proper attestation and don't need debug tokens. Yep. Current status, chat UI components, working with properly loading states, real message sending through Firebase function and an anonymous auth integration, full user context in Slack messages, and error handling and user feedback. The core chat functionality is working end to end. What's next? Test on a real device, add the message persistence, add the real-time messages listening. clean up and create a PR. Hmm. Number 4 is necessary if we want to do number 1. Let's do a PR, yeah. Do we have a branch? Do we have a branch? Yes. Convert, connect chat to your support device for your message sending, update message input. Yeah. Okay, we can send one message only in a single direction. That's good progress. We cannot get replies. We cannot preserve history. But it's good progress. Ooh. This should be much more succinct. Can you be much more succinct in this PR message, please? Okay, that looks more manageable. Yes. Totally over the top in the description before. Yep, implement real-time message persistent with Firebase. Okay, let's go to see this PR. Let's review it. Summary: connect chat interface to Firebase function messaging. Messages to now send to Slack with full user context. Yeah, you can also see the context from a real device. Adding loading states and error handling. Convert support screen. Okay. Implement a proper error handling. Yep. Changes. Okay. It's not that complicated. So let's get this description. And we have to wait for the unit test, not for anything else. Come on, why can't switch? Well, let's wait for the unit test if any issue there or static analysis. Then we go merge, take a big break. So we'll stop the stream, resume it later for the second part of the chat. So yeah, it looks like it's still doable to finish today, but it will take the whole day until late, perhaps. It's good to do things step by step. Yeah, analysis went fine. No, no, you won't. Okay, what's the problem? I don't see the problem. Oh, I can't see it. Matrix chat is said it's failed, but I don't see any issue. I don't understand. Let me reload this page. Ah, I don't know. It was an update from support screen state send message. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Support screen state there. Send message. Oh yeah. Mm. Okay. See what it. Let's still talk to Claude. New session. We start in an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Show success message. So error message is at sending state. And message to chat. Nice. Yes. So what we wanna do here is kill this build because it's not useful anymore. Yeah. Git commit and push will trigger new build that now should pass for the unit test. And we can send a message from the app to Slack. We cannot reply and the message will be lost from the interface, but there is great progress, man. Okay, let's see in the meantime, I was trying to install this. Oh, it's still downloading. Oh my God. Okay, leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Okay. So this test should pass. Hmm. See while we wait. Flutter pub outdated. If I can type, updated. CD app. There is a dev dependency that I could update. I think if I do, it will fail. Doesn't matter now. Okay, so let's move on. Do the matrix analyzer. This should finish anytime. Unit testing. Okay, those are fast. Because we have time to waste, gonna check usage. Okay, just a little today. Okay, test passed and all good. Let's merge it immediately. We want to take that. So I'm not sure what is in the merge message. Squash and merge. Maybe it's the same thing, but yeah, I'm happy with this message. No, the branch will be deleted. Yep, deleted automatically. That's great. And now, once this build is done, which will take a while, can test on the device. So we'll take a long break now. And after the break, we'll continue with the integration of the chart, which now needs these steps. Message persistent with Firestore. Okay, actually what I can do now is check out main, pull, fetch all, delete the branch. Okay. I didn't try it on a device, yeah, but we tried on the emulator, and so I'm pretty confident. Trying on the device will take another 40 to 50 minutes to get there, maybe 30 minutes, but long time. Okay, now merged, and I switch to main and pulled, and I am ready for the next steps. Next step, which is saving to Firestore, I suppose. We'll have to be careful where we save it. I think we already discussed that. Okay. Update to do. Okay. No, but now that the basic chat message is working, the next logical step in message manage is a message persistent with Firestore. This will save the message to Firestore, load the chat history, and set up the foundation for real time. Okay. The approach would be create a chat repository or extend the support message service to handle, we call it DAO. Yeah, repository, I see it works too, but. So messaging collection. Uh, No, it will be have to be different. So this is gonna be, I hope I didn't delete yet. Let's go to Firestore. Users. Yeah, I did it already. Allora, we have several things to say. Should I start, we create a new branch and begin with Firestore data structure design, save message to Firestore after sending, load chat. Okay. Um, take a look at DAO. Okay. And then we're gonna say the support chat messages. Chat, not chat. Chat messages would be in slash users slash user ID support, as we have security rules restricting users to their own folder only. Yeah, that's all I want to say basically. Yeah. Users, user ID support. Okay, let's see what he said. Um, what is it? Yeah, I'm still looking. Okay. Okay, that's sweet. I wanted to stop, but I'm not even hungry actually. And we can maybe use some more tokens before the break. Du-du-dum. Ah, that takes a long time. There's no more time counter that used to be there before. At least you had something to look at. 14,000 tokens, almost 15,000. Okay, we got something. Yeah. Excellent. The agent found that support message persist is already fully implemented in the Firebase functions. Yeah. Yeah, the Firebase functions are in the other projects. Current implementation, yeah, already has proper security rules, user isolation, includes Slack security with threading, Slack integration with threading, store both the user and support message with proper styling. I totally forgot about all of this. This means we need to integrate a Flutter app with the existing Firestore structure rather than create a new one. Ah, yes. The next step would be create a chat repository in Flutter. Shouldn't create a DAO. Load existing messages when the screen open, listen for real-time updates, and remove the hardcode sample message. Okay. Should I start implementing the Flutter side Firestore integration to read from this? Yes. You just have to say yes. Nothing I can say here more intelligent than just yes. See this chat repository where okay, the branch, happy with that. Aha, look at the tokens. Because you went check a lot of files. That's why we use a lot of tokens. Chat repo. It's really called repository. Isn't this going to? Well, I told you to look at the DAO. I thought he was just saying that. So where's VS Code? Ah, this is Android Studio. Ooh, is stuck. VS Code. We go lib. Wait a second. Provider. I saw the DAO. Oh, I show you the DAO from the other side. Service DB. No. So I'm doing the DAO thing here. Provider. I forgot. Firestore. Hmm. I don't have anything clear. I guess this needs refactoring. I thought the DAO thing I've done it in the web. I don't have anything like that here. Find dot vibe grep DAO. Yeah, don't have anything. Yeah, because I do as provider, and instead this doing as everything static. I know it's provider. Mm-mm-mm. Lib repository. Maybe. Then we'll have to refactor mine to move it there too. There would be a separate branch. So we got collection reference, get messages stream, and save user message. Okay. Right, my structure is not really well formed, so we can go with this. Support screen. Yeah, you get the auth service and repository. You remove the hard-coded message and added the user ID. Okay, essential. Essential, yeah. Sending, save to Firestore, then send. Okay. You know what that makes sense? Oh, fuck. You know that makes sense. Yeah, we're over the allowance, estimated allowance. Support screen, this edit is a big change. Okay. Mhm. This save the message or retrieve the messages, but not in real time. I don't know. Analyze. We have done everything. Wow. Only need to test. It's done. It's done. What? What? Wait, maps restore document one time. Support screen. Message loading. Persistent messages. Loading states. Error handling. No error coding message. Real time offline authentication. Yep. Send to Slack. Persist across. So what is done? It just what? Yeah. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm not the type of guy who do this often. I'm talking to an LLM. Um, can you create a PR? Remember, be succinct in the messages. Okay. Wow. So that's more than enough for today. Oh, support chart. We'll have issues for sure, but oh, that's great, man. Allora, add Firestore integration per chat message persistent, create a chat repository. Yeah, we want to I want add a ticket if we keep this repository pattern. Refactor repositories to be in the same folder. Yep. Let's add this ticket to the wall. I have a wall full of tickets behind. Put it in to do. It should not be hard. I can do it today, perhaps. Okay. Um, Save user message to first story before sending, add loading states. Okay, please do it. Push. Dunque, the PR says add Firestore integration for chat persistence, body summary, add chat repository for reading and writing to user support collection, replace hard code message real-time Firestore stream, messaging now persists across the app. Yeah, I think the interface will look empty when you go there. There is nothing. There should be at least a message, that says something. It says, contact us, give us feedback, just say hi. Alright, proceed. Now the PR starts, will start to build, but this is still building the previous one. But we can review the code. There we go, that's a new one. And we can see if there are any issues here in the unit test, complexity, and static analysis, which there might be, and we can start to review the code. Chat repository, user support, I like short, to the point. This all looks good. Remove uncoded messages. Good. So I actually didn't know it closely enough. Mhm. This might be a bit too much. Let's see what the complexity analysis says. Okay, to wait. We have to wait. Yeah, this perhaps will fail, but not a big deal. Yep, I see failure. Block is empty. Support screen 120. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's strange. Retry does nothing. Let's start on this. Is is there something missing here? Yeah. All right. That's not okay. Let's accept that, but okay, let's wait. How can a comment? This maybe say this enough, but I just want to make sure. Trigger a rebuild of the stream build because it changed the states. I think that's valid. Yep. Just want to make sure. Yeah, yeah, exactly the comment. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now he's over engineering it, isn't it? Okay. Are we out of token yet? Mm. Use a simple key to force. Why do you need that? I don't understand. They said the set state was enough. I don't understand. Let's see. Yeah, this is the key. Okay, but wasn't the empty block with a comment already working for refresh? You're right. The setting was already working perfectly. It triggers a rebuild of the widget. The lint one was just complaining about the style. The functionality was correct. My fix with the unit tickets are unnecessarily complex and actually the same result is the right solution. Yeah, the lint rule is only over pedantic. You call me overthinking. The original code was fine. Okay, move back. Let me move back this up a little bit. Move back to the original code with a comment, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, remove the stream key. We're gonna finish the tokens now. Remove the string key. And add the comment. Yes, looks good. Okay. Okay. Set state. Okay, okay. Let's go on with the next. Okay. Split up. Okay. And this one. Ah, wait. Let's rebuild. Not sure if it's already solved. 14 cents. Now it's 22. So we can kill this build. Mm. And this one was the one the merge. Still waiting because we stole the executor for the other builds. Mm. So I think we are still at one issue, but I'm not sure anymore. So let's see first. Then we can test in device. I'm sure there will be some issues. Or some cosmetics for sure, and some probably some issues as well. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, matrix check. Yep. Ah, no, no, it's not finished yet. Is important. There will be one issue, I think. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I thought we tackled that. Support, unless it's a different one. Support screen 140 might be a different one. Ah, this completed. There you go. Look at that. I did that. I should. There's another 1.8 gig. Okay, so going back to here. We said let's have a look to that. Uh, what? Ah, so that says just a warning. It's not breaking, but we still have to take a look. Support screen line 140. That's strange. It's committed and pushed. Yeah. Uh, Despite the comment, the style warning is still there, but it does not make the build fail. Should we do anything or just move on? Move on, not move on. Okay. Let's just move on. The one is stylistic, doesn't build, the code works perfectly. Yeah, didn't have been overly pedantic. Yeah. Okay, okay. Um, good. So now, yeah, so now I think it's really the time to take a break. Everything is finished, just need to be tested and potentially better test on the phone so we don't have to deal with this stupid app check tokens that keep on changing. So I will stop the stream now, test in 20-30 minutes when this is done, and let's hope for the best. We'll see. Maybe we'll update here. Bye.